Well, lights, camera, and action. Now, no matter how distracting life gets, our job is to help you stay focused on the things that really matter.
Definitely the right vibe, the right attitude. And as he said, our job is to help you walk through the hurdles as you keep your eyes on the things that really matter, right? On the prize.
Yes, indeed. And that's what I'm doing, keeping my eyes on the prize.
Focus, brother.
Focus. In any case, talking about keeping your eyes on the prize, it's just a few days to the Wake Up Nigeria cookout. Have we told you about it? Have we told you enough about it? Well, it's going to be happening this weekend, a fantastic one. So you guys just stay tuned. We're going to be giving you guys little tips on what to do when you come over for the cookout.
Definitely. It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Yay!
Okay, I think I just woke up. And today feels definitely like an amazing day because we have a lot of interesting activities lined up just for you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Now we
for
also
joining
have
us.
a very, very interesting kitchen session here today.
Yeah.
We're letting you guys know, but Chef NC Splash is going to be giving us something very, very delicious. And just in case you've missed out on everything from before the week, or rather before now, during the week, you can always go back on our YouTube page and find everything on there. So you guys, welcome to the best 1 hour, 45 minutes of the greatest Nigerian television show here in Nigeria. My name is Mazino Appeal.
My name is Winfrey Daniel Okolo. Remember now, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria and TVC across all social media platforms to be part of the show.
And you can also watch us from anywhere that you might be. All you need to do is make sure you have our app on your phones. You can download that on Google Play Store or on iOS for all the snobbish people who use iPhones.
We definitely implore you to follow us across all social media handles on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course TikTok at TVC Connect. Now, let's get on to what we have lined up.
Thank you very much. Let's let you guys know that we will be beginning with some art displays. Since it's a Thursday and we have Kelani Emmanuel, a multifaceted art personnel, a visual artist, photographer, a founder of Chaos Pictures. Now he'll be joining us with some of his beautiful art pieces.
Yes, and right after that, we will be having Emmanuel Peters, a professional masseuse with expertise in physical therapy and chiropractic adjustments. Join us. He definitely will be telling us a lot about getting a nice massage.
And then we move on to musical performance from Kudili Ukikwe, probably known as Kuyu. KU, I think, yeah. An artist who studied music composition and also was later introduced to jazz music and music theater. Now, he currently has a song with techno titled Pepper Soup. Very delicious song, and it's currently making waves.
And for Book Chat this Thursday, we'll be reviewing the book titled Dear Heavenly Father by Aya Vincent, a multi-award-winning Nigerian gospel artist, worship leader, songwriter, and musical director.
And then finally, we will be joined by, a very, very interesting lady. Gripping conversation with her. Now, she has so many things. Evaesi Oguro. She's an actor, an award-winning composer. Now, she'll be telling us all about herself and her career. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Thursday edition here, and boy, you ladies looking so fly. I shouldn't be here.
I guess you didn't get the memo.
I always never get the memo on Thursdays because I always keep thinking that we're supposed to come in ready to wear on Fridays.
It's
no, I'm telling you, honestly, I brought out my Ankara and everything. I ironed it and I said,
happened?
I'm ready for Friday.
And then you didn't feel the need to reach out to Winfrey just to be sure.
Okay, so maybe I'm having pregnancy brain. I don't know. I keep forgetting.
Is so demeaning.
Well, you look fantastic.
Are you trying to tell us a message? Just pass it
No, we are not pregnant.
Okay, great.
We are not pregnant, but you look fantastic.
Thank you.
And a lot has been happening in the world. There's the rumors about the Queen, and there's my uncle Putin, which I woke up to yesterday. That guy is mad. First of all, I think he is a very interesting personality to be able to just, whatever the world thinks, you guys can just, I'm just going to do what I want. But I guess we'll tell you guys more about it
I love
after.
him, actually.
Tell you what, let's do the weather. When we're done with that, some news.
Hello and welcome to the news update with Kelly Egiga. Let's quickly tell you that the controversies surrounding the president's assent to the Electoral Act Amendment Bill may be put to rest on Friday, according to a source close to the presidency, which confirmed that President Muhammadu Buhari will now sign the reworked Electoral Act Amendment Bill on Friday, February 25. The source had earlier indicated that the president would assent to the bill on Wednesday, but a new date has been fixed, which may be honored by the president. This comes at a time when President Buhari presided over the Federal Executive Council meeting held at the State House in Abuja. Meanwhile, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has described as unnecessary the pressure on President Muhammadu Buhari by some opposition elements to sign the amended electoral bill. Addressing journalists in Owerri, the Imo State capital, Governor Uzodinma berated those mounting pressure on the president, noting that electoral matter has a process. He advised those calling for the signing of the electoral bill to rather dissipate energy on more progressive issues.
It's not a new law. It's an amendment that we are talking about. If the law was signed, how will the amended version not be signed? But the president has a responsibility to ensure that whatever section of that law that has been amended is done to the best interest of the people. And he will only do that by working hand in hand with National Assembly. And there is no dispute, no disagreement between Mr. President and National Assembly for now. So why this worry? So you agree with me that the anxiety is unnecessary.
And let's take you outside Nigeria, where top security officials say Ukraine government will impose a state of emergency on all of its territory, apart from the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, where it has been in place since 2014. Ukraine is also urging its citizens to leave Russia and has slammed sanctions on hundreds of Russians as war fears rise in the region.
Well, good morning and welcome. It's time for the papers. These are the headlines you're going to be waking up to here on Wake Up Nigeria. Let's start with the Punch newspaper this morning for a Thursday, and the first headline that greets you: Constitution Amendment outrage as National Assembly considers life pension for presiding officers. It's wasteful, self-centered, rejected. CSOs tell lawmakers it's financially burdened. Committee recommends pension for Senate President, Speaker, and deputies. At the bottom of that, the photo story: fire destroys Finance Ministry inverter room again. And Buhari signs electoral bill Friday. CSOs suspend protest. Hoodlums guarded by cops, soldiers, and demolish structures in Lagos slum. And Benin, Egba have historical similarities, says Aware II. Now let's move on to our next paper this morning, and that will be The Nation. On the front page of The Nation newspaper, you agreed with this one: lawmakers to vote on VAT, power devolution, and others. Constitution review enters crucial stage, and Speaker to reps: you must participate. At the top of that page, court orders forfeiture of 10 properties linked to Yari, and IMF calls for banks recapitalization. That on page 7. And battle for APC top post shift to zones. Zamfara gets new deputy governor after Gusau's sack. And at the bottom here, the photo story: violence mars Osun PDP ward delegates polls. Let's move on now to our next paper, the third for this morning, and that's The Guardian newspaper. On the front page of The Guardian, first big headline here: how to restructure Nigeria by AFDB. President Adesina clarifies why our older generation must give way to young. Bakuba, Abdullahi, others unveil next president. And at the top of The Guardian, FEC okays 58 billion naira contracts for work, humanitarian affairs. That on page 2. And government affixes February 28th to resolve issues with ASU. Finally, at the bottom of The Guardian paper, NNPC releases distribution details of 387.5 million litres of petrol to solve scarcity, and Constitution review splits Attorney General, Justice Minister's office. Buhari will sign electoral bill on Friday, and that says the presidency source. And Nasiha replaces impeached Gusau as Zamfara deputy governor. Our final paper for this morning is the Daily Trust, and on the front page of the Daily Trust, Buhari endorses Abdullahi Adamu as APC chairman. Convention to ratify nominations. Aspirants kick. At the very top, Gusau impeached. Senator Nasiha sworn in as Zamfara deputy governor. And we lost 54 billion naira to flight cancellations, flight cancellations and bird strikes, say airlines. And 80% of military personnel performing police duty in 36 states, say the CDS. Finally, at the bottom of the page, Aisha Buhari at National Assembly seeks a special seat for women. And there you can see the pictures of that event. And that will be all for the papers. Well, guess what we're about to do? Let's celebrate our viewers, those of you who have birthdays this week. Well, Winfrey, now let's start the celebration, shall we?
Hey, we're back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We actually didn't go anywhere. Anyways, it's time for Coffee Gist. And something very interesting caught my eye on social media. So it's actually a sad one because a 19-year-old was actually, had to literally have his legs and fingers amputated because he had leftovers from a Chinese restaurant. He had leftover Chinese food. I'm not sure it was from a Chinese restaurant. And it was really a sad incident because he actually worked at the restaurant. So probably after, the day was over, he just had some of the leftover and it was just really, really sad.
Two things, that I take from that story. First of all, did he get poisoning from the food or from the mix of food? Because there's certain mixes that if you actually have together that you can get poisoning from. Only this one, I don't understand how you could get sepsis from eating something.
So it actually says, the report actually says it was actually from the food. The food was contaminated.
So you can get, sepsis is actually infection in the blood.
In the blood.
Yeah.
So
does this mean the person who had it before also had the same thing?
Oh, well there's that question, to be honest, because I thought about it when, but then again, it depends, all right, because it was leftovers, right? So probably the food created for the day, and it probably stayed out for a while.
Exactly,
and
you don't know how long.
And all of that. So it actually begs the question, how do we preserve our food? Also considering the fact that in Nigeria right now, we're dealing with power issues. If someone is saying by the end of this year, power issue will be a past story, but I don't want to go in there. And then secondly, how do we preserve our food?
There's something that I do which is actually wrong. Like in the morning, if at all I have breakfast in the morning and I can't finish it, I just tuck it inside of the microwave, close it, and then come back like 12 hours later and I eat it. But I learned that it's actually very, very wrong.
How will you remember to wanker?
It's actually very, very dangerous because we do that all the time, especially here. No power, nothing, just go there. And I don't normally warm it before I even start eating it again. I'm just rude like that.
I would never understand how people
How men. Oh, God, you got me.
No, not just men, actually, but how people eat cold food. I can't eat cold
Which is very interesting.
It has to be
And
at least warm.
I prefer,
it has to be steaming hot.
I prefer my noodles absolutely dead cold.
Ew.
I prefer it dead cold. It's
when
like a cake.
All like
No, when it's stiff, kicked up. Exactly, like you cut it up and eat it. But the other thing that I noticed in that story is this, that guy was actually at the restaurant. He worked at the restaurant and was having leftovers, which means that he kind of like in need, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It reminds me of a story of a friend of mine. His name was Charles, best friend growing up. He left the country very early when we were 16 or 17 because he had to go school abroad, and he funded himself, comes from a very modest background. However, 20 years later, we reconnected, and I said to him, why did you do that? You just left and then you never called or anything. And he said, if I tell you my story, you wouldn't believe it. He said when he got there, he had to work in a restaurant where he could eat leftover food.
Yeah. So
for
it's actually
years.
Yes.
So it's
so obviously he didn't have an option. He literally had to eat it. Now, so the issue of even so you're talking about microwave. So that is even like out of it totally. Some people think that when you finish eating your food, you can toss it in the fridge. As long as it's in the fridge, it's okay.
You get salmonella.
Exactly. There's still a serious problem with that. Now, I'm really concerned about this because now we're dealing with light, we're dealing with fuel issues, and of course we know, then if you went to Federal University, you know that you can warm stew for 1 week. Just keep on warming it, and in your mind you believe as long as you're warming it is good. But then again, I think we need to pay close attention because honestly, reading the story, not too long ago I spoke about it, how I had food poisoning and all of that. It's actually not different. The things that not too different. Difference is just our reaction to certain things. So we need to definitely.
How do you take care of yours? How do you go around that?
Well, like I said, so first off, food preservation is key. Making sure that your food is stored in a closely tight lid in the freezer. It has to be refrigerated. Well, now that there is no power, if you're, for
Constant
some
power.
of us,
Constant no power.
for some of us who runs, generator or inverters, we wouldn't have a problem. But there are people who actually don't. And then there are some of them who, you get back from work, you've been away from home for all day, and then you get home, and then you're taking the fruit out of the fridge, and then it's somewhat getting spoiled.
Yeah.
It's not there yet, but it's already there.
You know
but you're
that
like,
it's smelling odd. Well,
I'll just eat Jerry, I can
is
take
it
it.
just like that, Jerry?
Yeah,
There's
that is
nothing else
actually
to
me.
eat. Well, some people are in that position, but
Yeah.
just properly, if you have to, it's important that you properly heat up that food. Heat it up.
kill it dry, because
Yes.
drying is also a way of preservation.
Yes, you
And also-
really have to heat it up, to
Yeah.
make sure that, all of that, bacteria is to some.
But
to
what about
large
if it's just
extent is-
vegetables and like salads and
That's
stuff
even
like that?
worse.
That's
Don't
worse.
eat
Even
it.
worse, exactly. They don't eat
I
it
learned
anymore.
recently that the fridge itself, you're supposed to store things differently in there,
Definitely,
according
because of
to
The temperature.
Yes.
The temperature.
Because there's a different
it gets cooler at the
At the
top,
top,
because you're
yes.
closer to the freezer, and then
Yes.
it's not warmer but less cooler
Yeah,
down the bottom
down
where you're supposed to put all your vegetables and everything, because they're alive. So you
Yes.
just want to cool them and all.
Yes.
So maybe one day I'm going to show everybody or tell how exactly you should store, what you should store where: eggs, cans, vegetables, meat.
Cans. Please
We
don't
don't pay-
store, don't
yeah,
store open
open
cans.
cans.
Once you
Yeah.
pop it, toss it.
Or
Don't.
better still, just pour the contents into
something
a
else.
plastic bowl and then
MM.
you cover it. Yes.
Something is distracting. Did you get your teeth done?
Wow.
You
We have to
did.
go on a quick break now.
Oh my
people.
God,
Stay with us. And let us know, how do you preserve your food, people? We'll be right back.
And she's smiling, very big smile. Take notes.
And we are back. Yes, it's my favorite segment of the show on Wake Up Nigeria. Yes, it's the kitchen segment. And with me is Chef NC Splash. Hello. Morning. You've brought your must-have item, food item with you today. But either ways, we always like it. It's always a pleasure having you join us. And yes, we are making unripe plantain porridge on the show today. Let's talk about the ingredients and see.
The ingredients are unripe plantain, and smoked fish, periwinkle, fresh pepper, the vegetables, seasoning, salt, and crayfish with oil.
Very easy. It seems like, because basically it's like one pot dish.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's just everything, just toss everything in, and then before you know it, it's cooked and it's ready. All right, so let's talk about the process. What iffy in plantain porridge?
Yeah, it's part of it.
It reminds me of ekpan koko. When are you coming to make ekpan koko on this show? You see?
Very soon.
Please, that sooner has to be like really
But
soon.
there'll be plantain in it. I hope you don't mind.
Plantain and ekpan koko. I don't understand. Must you use plantain in everything?
I can't do without plantain.
You use plantain in your soup as well. All right, let's get cooking. Let's get cooking. It's a very easy recipe. And yeah, it's also an exciting option for those on the Fit Fam journey. So yes. Let's see. Let's get cooking.
Okay, I'll need a knife.
Okay, I can help you with that. What kind of knife do you need? A big knife or small knife?
This
or
one is fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I see that you're ready. Did you do anything special with the periwinkles?
Yeah, I cut it, I wash it,
Okay.
I trim the edge too, so it will be easy to suck out.
Ooh,
And then I wash it.
So yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But then if you have to, you can either use this or use the one that that's already out of the shell.
I don't like that. I prefer this.
I prefer this
This one has the
too.
nutrients in it.
Yes!
Yeah.
Finally, someone agrees with me. I actually prefer this one.
Yeah.
There's a thrill about sucking out the periwinkle
Yeah,
itself
and it's fun.
from the shell.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And yeah, but it actually it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's like serious hard work and dedication that goes into getting your periwinkles, because you have to cut off the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you have to wash it thoroughly.
Thoroughly.
Because some of them can be really dirty.
Yeah.
And then you have to cook it before you use it. Now let's talk about our ingredients once again for our plantain porridge.
So the ingredients are unripe plantain, onions, periwinkle, and the vegetables, I have crayfish seasoning, salt, and oil with the smoked fish.
Smoked fish, ooh, I love smoked fish, especially Titus. Ooh, there's something about Titus smoked fish, like it just gets you. I see that you're using 2 different types of veggies here.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
This is scent leaf.
Oh,
to have a nice
scent leaf.
flavor.
Yeah, to give you that flavor.
Scent leaf and that yellow pepper.
Yeah.
Gives a unique flavor.
I see what you do here with some of your spices, some of it that you use. I see that you build a lot of flavors with your meals. Sometimes with you have, so for example, you have your yellow pepper. Yellow pepper has this amazing flavor that it gives your meal, and then you have your scent pepper and your go-to ugu.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing with our plantains? Are we chopping them? Are we just you know cutting them into chunks? What
Chunks,
exactly
yeah. We are using chunks. We'll
like
cut
large chunks.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then what are we doing first? Do we put it in? Talk us through the process.
Okay, we're going to put it on fire. After putting it in the pot, we add water, add all the ingredients aside from the vegetables.
Okay.
Then we'll cook. Aside from vegetables and the oil.
Okay.
Then we'll cook. When it's done, when it turns porridge, we now add the oil, the vegetable, then bring it down.
How do you know when it's actually ready? How do you know when your unripe plantain is ready?
It's ready.
Yeah.
And it's going to get soft. And you see the thickness come out of it.
Oh.
It gets thick here.
Okay. So that's how you know if your unripe plantain is ready and good to go. Oh, nice. Let's not forget also that unripe plantains are packed with a lot of nutritional benefits, guys. You cannot underestimate it, guys. I mean, there's a lot of nutrients in there. So it's wiser, or it's advisable to go for unripe plantains if you're making unripe plantain porridge. It actually even also gives you, I don't know, there's a certain flavor. I always prefer it to ripe plantains.
Plantain, right?
Actually, some people actually prefer ripe, but I prefer unripe plantains, and you can work whatever works for you as well. All right, so we're getting things crack-a-lacking here in the kitchen. Super excited about breakfast. AC Splash on the menu today, yes. Where we're getting things ready here, we have to move over to the couch with Mazimio for some art display.
Welcome here for Art Display. Today we have Kelani Oluwatobi in the studio. He is a multifaceted art personality, a visual artist, photographer, and also founder of Kel's Pictures. Now, he joins us here today. Let's talk about your art, Kelani. Welcome. Kel's is what I'm going to call you because it's all Kel's Pictures. All right? Because I've been seeing your material, and I think that you are such a fantastic visual artist. But let's explain to everybody out there who a visual artist is. So just define your art.
Okay. I would say a visual artist is someone who actually like creates visuals. There are different classifications. So we have those who paint. We have those who use pictures, who create graphics. They work with graphical content. Yeah. Then my own aspect falls into me using pictures that I snap, like photographs, as a visual art. That's like I compile different pictures together to make up a message.
So your art is a composition of different pictures that
just
make
for concepts. Sometimes it can even be one, but just little things to make them come out more. That's like you try to, how do I put it? Like you purge out the art in there. Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so we're going to be showing a couple of them on the screen. So you just wait out there. We're going to be letting you guys see exactly what Kelani's pictures look like. But your love for this kind or this form of art came from where exactly? Is this something you studied or is it just passion?
It all stemmed from passion. It all stems from passion. Just that when I saw that people started taking, like from childhood, I draw, I paint. Then how do I put it? Like after some years, it started growing, evolving into the idea of me actually like snapping and all that. So it stems from passion. Then I love conceptual pictures.
Okay.
So that's still under normal photography.
Okay.
But when I now, like after like 3 years of photography, I started falling in love more with some extra things, and with little opportunities I had on Instagram, I got to have some overseas friends who are actually more on visual artists. They are even graphics people. They don't even snap so much. But the concept and the message was just always dreamy for me. It was always drilling, and I'm like, wow. So I want more of this. Then I had to study more on that.
What did you study in school, however?
Okay, I studied photography
Photography,
actually
okay.
online. I did that online.
Okay.
I went to PEFT.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
For that's film and television
Yeah.
production.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then because of the drawing, I fell in love more with how do I put it? I fell in love more with photographs. That's still images.
Still images.
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on the drawing.
We're taking a look at some of them here, and I can see some of the
that
work.
particular one is Hand of God. I call
Hand
it.
of God.
Yeah.
How did you get the little light inside? Was that imposed or?
It was a little barrel that has a light. So one of my cousins had it up.
So these are very simple instances that you take and then you exaggerate, or what's the word, emphasize, and make them such beautiful representations of what it is you're trying to put out there.
Exactly.
You also do video as well.
I did a video, I direct some.
Okay.
I directed, like for instance, I directed a video for Tobiton. That's Butterfly.
Yeah, the poet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I directed video for him.
You gave us one of those materials. Tell you what, let's take a look at one of those videos right here, and we'll show you exactly what we've been talking about. So just check this out, people. Let's see this. Very beautiful, Lost Culture. That's a composition of pictures from...
Yeah, from years.
Years, okay.
But I got them on phone.
Oh,
Most
those
of
are
them,
all phone. Wow.
Apart from the point issue
Okay.
for the ballerina,
Yeah, the
ballet,
yeah.
and the mountain.
Yeah.
Then the little boy in
Where was that
the
mountain?
beginning. That mountain, that's Iwe at Osun
Ocean
State.
State. Yeah, because I noticed, because I love landmasses.
So most of those pictures were even pictures that I took before I started doing my visual arts space. So it was almost like a story.
Yeah.
Because I lived in
The becoming of Kelani.
Yeah, So all those years are more of like my industrial moment.
Okay.
Where I try to learn, because pure art in its full form takes time to actually you don't get pure art easy, like fast.
Yeah.
Every time, like relevance is not too important.
Yeah.
On aspect of art is important, but you being like every time you are just producing, it's good for marketing and all that, but you have to live through it. There's a difference.
You can't rush art.
Yeah, there's a difference. Experience it, feel it, have fun.
So how do you see an image and think that this is going to make a very beautiful picture? What inspires that thought that this is going to be grand?
Majorly my experience from everywhere I've lived. Like, because I from childhood, I always like get to travel to different places with my mom and all. So the whole effect of meeting, like as we are talking now, me meeting you, you could strike up something in me. So I get inspiration from different things. I really love this particular flower that is here.
Yeah.
I love this. And I can decide to actually take it from an angle, like a low angle.
Go ahead, do it. Something. Take it from an angle. Let's see. You've got your phone, haven't you? Let's do it.
Let's see.
Let's compare. With that, me too, I can get it from an angle and compare pictures and see who's the better. Of course, you are going to be better than I am. I don't know how to do jack nothing here, but let me see. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be showing mine, but let me. Hey, I got one. I think mine is going to be fantastic.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's going to work, but no. It's going to be horrible. It's terrible. Let's see your one.
Yeah. This.
Oh, let's see.
This.
Where's the camera is going to see that? Can I make it sideways?
Let me do that.
Let's do that. Now this is this practical class here, so I'm getting schooled by Kalani himself. No better person.
Okay.
We're gonna do that. There you go. Now that is so ordinary yet so beautiful. Yeah, I don't think we need to see mine. So let's not bother about seeing mine, because it's just, it's got people in the background. I can see Matthew and Winfrey in the background. This is just rubbish. Nah, don't show them. It's just compared to yours. But if I know you can actually take that and you can redefine it, because you don't just use one picture. You put layers and layers of pictures before you can make.
Sometimes I get messages from pictures. Like maybe as I took this particular picture now, it can take me. Let's say maybe I just stored it up. By next time I'm reviewing it, I'm seeing it in a new
different light.
In a different light. So
I can imagine.
Different messages come. It might be from feelings. I get inspirations from music, poetry.
Nice.
Because I do most of all those things. Music, poetry, dance.
Well, we did say that you are multifaceted, so I guess that your art is just spilling over.
So I love to document people in those spaces.
That's fantastic.
For that, sorry, for that particular video that was shown, displayed, lost culture. What do you feel is the lost culture in Nigeria?
Lost culture. I don't know. I'm the one who asks the questions here. Tell me real quick.
Okay, so the message I was trying to like put out is love. Love is the lost culture.
Nice.
Now we are now in a particular period where greed
has taken over love. Listen, Kalani, that's fantastic, and your art, like you said, is even going into poetry now. So let's just calm you down here. Kalani, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. We want to see more of your stuff, and I hope you guys also enjoyed it. Do stay tuned because we've got much more coming your way inside of Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be back.
And we are back. Yes, with me in the kitchen this morning is Chef Evaesi Splash. Anyways, we are making unripe plantain porridge this morning. I love plantains, and I love it every single time Mrs. Splash is here with us. She brings plantains with her. Yeah. I love you particularly for that. Anyways, let's talk about the ingredients for our meal this morning. Let's go.
We have the unripe plantain, the onions, smoked fish, periwinkle, oil, vegetables, and crayfish, seasoning and salt.
Yes, and we have our yellow pepper, which has been, chopped already. And I see that we have our water that's been boiling over there. Yeah. Okay. So what's next? It's important that... Okay, go ahead.
To add the plantain.
Okay.
But I need spoon, please.
Okay. I would help you with a spoon.
This one, cooking.
Oh, cooking spoon. Auntie, you should have just said soup. Okay. So we are pouring in our plantains and... Okay, if you missed out on the ingredients earlier on, people will run through that again, just because it's important that you are a part of everything we are doing here in the kitchen today, and you do not miss out any part of it. And for our ingredients this morning, Nsi, over to you.
We have plantain, onions, crayfish, seasoning, salt, smoked fish, and yellow pepper, vegetables, and periwinkle.
Okay, and for our vegetables this morning, we are making use of ugu.
Yeah,
and scent leaf. Okay, so far, how's preparations going? I see that we have our boiled plantains already in there. Yeah. So we are on ripe plantains in there. Yeah. And you added onions. What else did you put in there?
I added crayfish. Added seasoning, salt. I'm going to add fish now.
Okay. Remember we said earlier on that this is more of a one-pot dish. Everything goes in all at once. And we are putting in our pepper now, our yellow pepper. Ooh, that yellow pepper is definitely going to give this meal that kick that it needs. So excited about this recipe. If you have to use periwinkle for this, for the meal, for your plantain porridge, remember that you have to, well, it takes a lot of work. So
you actually cut it in the market.
You can actually cut it in the market, right?
Yeah, the people sell it.
All right, so we're just going to wait for our unripe plantains to cook up a bit, and then we pour in our veggies, palm oil, and we're good to go. For now, we have to head over to the couch now. There's something interesting that okay, we have some fun facts, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Okay, welcome back. I'm sure you're wondering what's happening right about now. Let me quickly explain. Mazino is not running mad, right? Okay, so we have Emmanuel Peters here, who happens to be a professional masseur, right?
Yeah.
And of course, he has expertise when it comes to things like this,
Yes.
right? Physical therapy and the likes, all right? So on the table, we have a specimen. And on him, we'll be showing you.
Specimen.
Please lie down, be quiet. Thanks.
Okay, all right. So, please be gentle with me.
Yeah.
I'm delicate, I'm fragile. Yeah, all right.
Okay, so now we're literally going to show you what this is going to be like. So he's going to be massaging Mazino because Mazino needs it. He's forgetting things.
Let it be known that
his eyesight isn't so clear, and so many other things. So we need to help him before it gets too late because we love him, okay? How are you? Good morning. Okay, so now tell me, how did you get into being a physical therapist?
Well, I enjoy helping people.
Okay.
I enjoy ease out people's stress. First, I started up my life as a fighter.
Okay.
Yes, a taekwondo fighter. So at a young age, so I grew up in that aspect. Then I'm a ballerina.
Yeah.
So when I train people, I start stretching them, and I find out, okay, I can do this.
Yes.
Making money from it. So
All right.
that's how it came.
Amazing. Okay, now tell me, show me your tools.
Okay.
Show me your tools
This
that you're
is
going to be using today.
Massage gun.
Where does this go? Massage gun?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is, you cannot be massaged on the spine.
Okay.
So it's just
every
the
other part of the body,
tissues,
just tissues,
yes, the muscles and every other place.
Okay, now show me how that's used.
Okay, these are different types.
Is he
So
about to show? Is he about to do it?
yes,
About to show.
yes.
Great. Now this is the part I've been waiting for.
So this is it.
Please, can you go higher to
Okay.
the extreme?
No. So this, like this, will go with the.
Okay.
Is that
So
how you
does that
feeling?
feel?
Oh wow.
How does it feel?
Oh.
Please, can you off his mic? Thank you. Okay, so now what exactly are you doing?
Okay,
I
what
see
I'm-
you're moving in a pattern.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going through the joints, the shoulder blade behind.
Okay.
So you don't use it on the bone.
Okay.
So on the shoulder blade, is out the stress on the shoulder
Is that the
blade.
highest?
No.
Take it up.
Hey, give me some power.
So here, the joint, the lower back, which
Okay.
you sit down a lot, you need to relax the stress over there.
Okay. So now, what exactly does this machine do?
Okay, the machine takes the part, okay? The part of a hand. When somebody have a, maybe your hand is too heavy, you don't want to do this. they
Okay, so
use-
it does
they
about
do
the same
yes,
thing.
the
Okay,
same
amazing.
thing,
So,
but a professional way.
yes, definitely. So now, at what point do we actually need this? Like, at what point would you be getting to that you'd be like, okay, you know what, I need a massage right now? Because, you know, in Nigeria, we're
Like
very
every
stressed.
day, every day you need a massage.
Every day?
Every day you need a massage. It might not be as hard as the first day, but the second day you need maybe your leg massage, which is called.
So you advise that we all
yes,
get massages
massage,
every
your,
day?
your brain massage, your face massage, your facial reflexology. So you need to understand that you need it. So it eases out your nerves, the stress for the whole day.
Yes.
Allow you to sleep well.
Okay, so I noticed you have other tools
Yes.
and all. So what do those do? And
So like this one, it helps the
are you
joints.
sleeping yet? No, yes.
Like it helps the joints.
Okay.
So maybe this part of the joint that the bigger one will
One
not
can
be able
get,
to
okay, for
penetrate
all
in.
those
So this to
intricate
help you
areas.
enter, yeah,
Okay.
this area.
Oh wow! Whoa, wow! What is that? What is that?
Okay.
So this is how it is. As gentle as every other thing.
Okay.
So gentle.
Okay, so now what the other one, what does it do? I see different.
Okay, this head
Yes.
is for the same back but different. It will not be the same detail like this.
Okay, because this one is flat.
Yes. So you go this like this. Remember, you cannot touch the spine,
Okay.
so pass through.
Oh, wow. That looks interesting. So what is the importance of getting a massage? Can you
Okay.
stop distracting us?
The importance of getting a massage
Yes.
is to ease out the stress and every other thing. So remember, it's not just the massage gun alone can do the chiropractic adjustment, the Thai massage, and this is the chiropractic. I'm going to crack your neck.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is how it is. The first one, you relax your head,
Oh, Jesus.
relax.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, easy. All right. Oh, wow.
So-
now what does that do?
It helps.
What's the effect of that?
If you have a lot of stress on your neck, maybe your neck has been hanging somewhere, it helps ease out the
Yeah, my neck was
all the
hanging.
tension and
yeah,
all
all
of
the
that.
tension,
But we
yes.
actually hear that cracking your neck is actually not good.
That's the reason why you need a professional to do so,
it,
to
okay.
manipulate all the joints.
Oh, nice.
So,
okay.
so after now, he will sit down because I'm going to.
I have to sit
go
down.
to the, you can sit, yes.
Okay, so
Facing you or
Okay, first in the audience.
face.
camera?
Yes.
Face our audience.
Winfrey, you have to try this.
I definitely
Okay,
will.
like this. Okay, can you close your leg?
Yes, yes, I will.
Beautiful.
your legs.
So, a hand this way.
That way.
Okay, just in case you are doing for the ladies, so you close
Okay.
professionally.
Okay.
So, go like this.
That's for the waist?
Yes.
Oh! Okay, I heard that. Okay, do the other way. Wow. Okay.
So these are the hands.
I think
Sorry.
I have a feeling I'm going to fall asleep after this. Oh, nice.
Okay, relax, chest out. Breathe in. Are you good?
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for being. Lie down. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. It was amazing to have you here with us. Please focus, okay? So it's the top of the hour, and we definitely have to come back again, so make sure you don't touch that down.
Tomorrow.
As soon as the bed, we'll be back.
Yeah.
And just like that, the first hour is definitely done. Welcome to the second half. You can't tell me you didn't enjoy that second half.
Yeah, I enjoyed it totally. Oh, you were referring to me.
No.
Sorry. If you missed out on the first half, that's because I just had a full, I'm rejuvenated. I'm much more flexible. I can do the Mazzino 1 better now. Fantastic. Anyhow, talking about halves.
goodness.
Now, would you say that the cup is half full or half empty at this point? I would say that it's brimming full, but hey, we've still got
There's no
plenty
cup.
that we can actually put in there. And one of them is that the kitchen is actually a buzz.
Yep.
It's the aroma. It's beautiful.
Can you feel that aroma?
We can.
Mazzino, it's filling the whole studio. I'm sure even the whole office environment. Well done, Insta Splash. Breakfast is almost ready, and we can't wait.
Definitely, we can't, okay? So, of course, we have amazing things to come in the next 45 minutes. If you haven't sent in your entry for the cookouts, you definitely did play yourself.
Unfortunately, because it's only going to be on Saturday, and right about now, sounds like Winfrey, we have already told who we're going to be expecting on the show. So, but you can come over to experience it this Saturday here at the TVC premises. We're going to be having the Wake Up Nigeria cookout. It's going to be big, it's going to be fun, and one person's going to walk away as the winner.
Definitely, with some cash. Some cash. My name is Winfrey Daniel Color.
And my name, of course, is Mazzino. If you want to follow us on social media, we're at TVC Connect across all of them. And do make sure that you are also watching us live across Facebook. And also, you want to download the app on iOS or on Google Play Store. Let's let you guys know exactly what's coming up inside of the next 45 minutes here on Wake Up Nigeria.
We definitely do have a musical performance from Cordelia Ukekwe, probably known as Hey You, an artist who studied music composition and, of course, was later introduced to jazz music and music theater. He definitely has a song called Pepe Soup.
And for Book Chat this Thursday, we will be reviewing the book titled Dear Heavenly Father by Ayo Vincent, a multiple award-winning Nigerian gospel artist, worship leader, songwriter, and, of course, music director.
All right.
Welcome back.
You're still reeling in your...
Yeah. It was a beautiful experience. You guys should try it out. I'm now an expert, so I can...
No, you're not.
Actually, you don't know, since he's actually more pepped up now.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
You guys should get it once in a while. It actually is very, very fantastic.
Okay, so that's one thing. Every time I go to the spa, I run away from massages.
Why?
I only go there to scrub and polish my body.
Why?
Massages are
But
good.
massaging, I don't know. I actually...
too
You don't like
intimate?
people touching your body?
Well, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially because, you know, so there are different kinds of, you know, massages. So maybe the exotic
one with
one,
happy hour.
I could try that one.
But in any case, I think it's something everybody out there should actually try because it's, I mean, just the little session there, it wasn't even up to 5 minutes. I feel rejuvenated. You can hear it in my voice.
You
It
feel,
sounds a little
you
better.
feel born again.
Born again, yeah, that will be the entire thing. Maybe an hour or 5 minutes. I'm almost there. I'm getting there. Tell you guys what, let's do the weather and then some news, and then we get on with the rest for the 5 minutes for Wake Up Nigeria.
Hello again, you're watching the news update on TVC, and we absolutely appreciate it. I am Kelly Egiga. The controversy surrounding the president's assent to the Electoral Act Amendment Bill may be put to rest on Friday. This is according to a source close to the presidency, which confirmed that President Muhammadu Buhari will now sign the reworked Electoral Act Amendment Bill on Friday, February 25. The source had earlier indicated that the president would assent to the bill on Wednesday, but a new date has been fixed, which may be honored by Mr. President. This comes at a time when President Buhari presided over the Federal Executive Council meeting held at the State House in Abuja. And outside Nigeria, top security officials say Ukraine government may impose a state of emergency on all of its territory, apart from the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, where it has been in place since 2014. Ukraine is also urging its citizens to leave Russia and has slammed sanctions on hundreds of Russians as war fears in that region continue to rise. We have details in this report. On 351 Russians, including lawmakers who supported President Vladimir Putin's move to recognize eastern Ukraine's self-proclaimed Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics as independent and deploy troops to the breakaway regions. Ukraine's foreign ministry also warned the country's nationals not to visit Russia and urged citizens already there to leave the country. Meanwhile, protesters held a demonstration outside the Russian embassy in Kyiv on Tuesday after Russian President Vladimir Putin's order to deploy troops to separatist regions of eastern Ukraine. And in response to the deployment, Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison has announced the country will hit 8 Russian Federation Security Council members with travel bans and financial sanctions. Sanctions will also be applied against Russian banks as well as transport, energy, telecommunications sectors, oil and gas and mineral reserves in parts of Ukraine occupied by Russia.
Will immediately begin placing sanctions on Russian individuals in response to the aggression by Russia against Ukraine.
Still talking sanctions, the European Union is also ready to take further actions against Russia if Moscow keeps on ramping up its military activities in Ukraine, EU President Ursula von der Leyen said on Tuesday. She spoke shortly after the EU's foreign ministers agreed to sanction 27 Russians and entities after Moscow recognized 2 breakaway regions in eastern Ukraine, as well as banks, the defense sector, and limiting Russian access to European capital markets.
The sanctions directly target individuals and companies involved in these actions.
In the meantime, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken also held a press conference on Tuesday with Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba at the State Department. During the meeting, he responded to U.S. President Joe Biden's sanctions against Russia that were announced on Tuesday, and also announced that he called off his meeting with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov.
I have authorized additional movements of U.S. forces and equipment already stationed in Europe to strengthen our Baltic allies, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Let me be clear, these are totally defensive moves on our part. We have no intention of fighting Russia.
In the past 24 hours alone, with his actions toward Ukraine, President Putin has violated all of these agreements.
Lovely musical performance there. Thank you very much. So right about now, it's time for Book Chart. And for this Thursday, we're reviewing a very cute book because I actually spent a whole lot of this morning going through it, and it is called Dear Heavenly Father, and it is by Ayo Vincent, right? She is a multi-award-winning Nigerian gospel artist, and of course, amongst other things, right? And she's really pretty as well. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. Oh, I really love your outfit, by the way.
And you look wonderful as well.
Thank you. Okay, so this book now. Like when I saw it, like my heart literally melted. I won't even lie. And like going through it is so sweet. And to be honest, as much as it seems as if it's a children's book, I can actually see it serving adults to help them pray better.
You're not the first person who said that.
Do you understand? So now tell me, what is it that brought you to this point of writing this book?
My 7-year-old. I have 4 children, and
wow.
My youngest is 7.
I wouldn't have guessed. No, I wouldn't have.
And when we have Bible study, he says the same prayers over and over again. God bless my mommy. God bless my daddy. God bless everybody in the whole wide world.
No.
And, yeah, but, you know, it gets a little old after a while.
Yeah, when you keep on
So I
saying
began
it.
to write him little prayers. And one of the nights I wrote him a prayer, I actually had a dream, and I saw a book that kind of looked like this on my bed.
Nice.
You know, it flipped open, and on the first page was the first prayer I had written for him. So I guess I didn't need a prophet
yes,
to tell me, thus saith the Lord.
Yeah.
So I just thought, okay, so why don't I just put prayers and affirmations and scriptures together to help other children like him.
Very true. And I love how simple the prayers are and how genuine they actually feel. And I see some that covers even like schoolwork. And I love the fact that, I mean, on the bottom of the prayer, you actually see a corresponding Bible verse put in very simple and understandable language. Right. So now tell me, how has it been since you put this book together? What has the reception been like?
I have been pleasantly surprised. You know, when you come out with stuff as a creative of any sort, it, you know, comes with a little bit of apprehension.
Very true.
You know, I didn't know how it was going to be received, but you can see the smile on my face. I am so stoked.
Oh, wow, that's
really
actually amazing. So now tell me, how long did it take you to put this book together?
Writing, the writing aspect, about 3 to 4 days.
Oh, wow.
But everything else took months.
For it to come together.
Yes, especially like the illustrations.
Yes.
And then they were charging me an arm and a leg. But a friend of mine just said to me, you know what, I can do this.
Okay.
And she did. For free.
Wow. Okay. I hope she gets some cuts from all the pleasant surprises.
She has a cut of my life already.
Okay, so now I'm going to read out one that I think is very interesting, which I think anyone can actually pray. So it says, my body is strong and healthy, right? Dear Heavenly Father, I know that my body is the temple of God. Sickness, disease, and depression have no power over me. I know I am strong and healthy. I know that I enjoy total wellness in my mind, soul, and body. In Jesus' name, amen. And right under that we have, or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have from God, and you are not your own? That's 1 Corinthians 6. I think this is actually really interesting. So now I want to ask you about the content of the prayers, right? I mean, for you to go the extra mile to write, I mean, prayers like this, you there's definitely a belief that goes with the prayers. So now tell me, what effect do you think prayer has generally, even right from like being a child?
I feel like, first of all, beyond the asking, because a lot of times when we think of prayer, it's gimme, 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 gimme. We want God to do something for us.
Yes.
Beyond that, I think relationship, I think conversation, I think intimacy, which is the most beautiful thing of any relationship. So the aim here really is to get our children to know God, to be intimate with God, to know Him as Father. It's not Amadi Genie. You know, God wants to strike you with thunder at, you know, every slightest mistake or whatever. He's passionately in love with us.
Nice.
And we need to know that. And then, yes, He does answer prayers. He does heal. You know, he does so many things. But just beyond that, even as parents, you don't want a child who only comes to you when they want something. You know, I want you to talk to me. How are you feeling? How's your day? You know, what are you thinking about? You know, things like that. Let's just gist for the sake of gisting, not, Mommy, I want new shoes. Mommy, I want, you know, I mean,
True.
Yeah. So, and also, research has shown that prayer actually calms your nerves.
True.
It helps us to get rid of flight or fight responses, gets rid of anger, gets rid of depression. You know, so, I mean, why not?
Why not? I mean, if it can actually help to get rid of all these amazing things, that's actually
so
really
much stress.
Yeah, in this country, especially. Okay, so now I noticed the use of affirmations a lot. So now, tell me a little bit about affirmations and your belief.
I have always been big on those. From as early as when my children could speak, I began to teach them affirmations. With my first from a year and about 6 months, because he was a chatterbox, you know. So yeah. I think it's a confidence booster. It's important for children, all of us actually, to know who we are. And I think identity crisis is one of the biggest issues today.
Very true.
And I think that if we equip children with the knowledge of who they are, you know, the tendency to be bullied, to be bullies, to be influenced by negative peer pressure is drastically reduced. So if you wake up in the morning and you say, I know who I am, you know, I have the wisdom of God. The Spirit of God lives in me. I'm amazing. I'm fabulous. I'm special. You know, I'm intelligent. It does something for the child. It does something for me as an adult, you know. So many things we approach with trepidation, you know, but when somebody has told you, you can do this, you've got this, you know, you push through the fear and you get things done.
Yes.
So I think affirmations are really, really
Definitely. And at such tender age, it's very important that they actually grow with that character and attitude. So, I mean, this is definitely a step in several right directions. So thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you.
What is your social media handle?
At Ayo Vincent Music.
Amazing. Okay, so definitely check that out. And
across Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Amazing. Thank you so much once again. Okay, you guys heard that. Make sure you go in strong with your affirmations from today, all right? We're going on a quick break, and when we come back, Wake Up Nigeria continues.
And you're welcome back. And for a gripping conversation, there's a lady here with us who's so many things. But first, let me tell you who she is. Her name is Evaesi Oguro. She is an actor, an award-winning composer, and she is right here with us. You are welcome, Evaesi. Did I get the name right?
Yes, you did.
Why wouldn't I get it right? But of course.
Of course.
When I saw the name, I'm like, of course, yes, I know where you're from.
We know our people now.
Exactly. Good to have you here.
I'm so grateful.
I saw some of your material and some of your movies, and I think that you're a very natural type person in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this something that was just, you know, you just had the passion for, or was it something you had to like grow into?
I think entertainment generally is just in my family. My late dad was a singer. My uncle is one of the pillars of Nollywood, Evaesi Oguro. Yeah. So I think the whole entertainment, either as a singer or as an actor, has just always been. My dad roped us into his family band when we were really young. I sang also. So. And then I would always look at my uncle, Uncle, let me go act in your film. I would always hang around him, Shegwarinze and the rest.
When did you start acting?
That would be sometime 2009, I believe. It was actually Charles Novia that gave me my first acting gig. He's a fan of me as a singer, and he wanted me to play a singer in his movie called Alan Posa. And it was supposed to be a small role, so I think I had like 2 scenes. And then when I played, and he was like, okay, let's add some more scenes. You look like you're a natural in this. And then he just told me, there's something about you, don't give up on acting. I mean, I know you're a great singer, but don't give up on acting. And that's how it just kind of took off from there. MME Song did an audition, and Udwaki Song, her sister, kind of, you know, she's also a fan of me as a singer, and she was like, "Oh, she's a singer. Let's just," because it was a musical, Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Oh, okay.
So, so MM was like, okay, she saw me, you know, act, and she was like, okay, all right, let's create a role for her as a pastor's wife. And then she approached me and was like, okay, it's a musical. Can you write the score, the music, the soundtrack for the movie? And I'm like, okay, sure, no problem. And after writing the songs, she now called me again. I was like, okay, can you be the singing voice of Adeswa for me? And I'm like, but Adeswa can sing. And she was like, no, I know. She's a good singer, but could you be the singing voice? And That's how I ended up being the singing voice of Adesua in Knocking on Heaven's Door. Ended up writing all the soundtrack. We won an award for Best Original Soundtrack in a Ghanaian award. I think it was Golden Movie Awards.
Yeah, and that's not the only award you won, is it? There's been others.
Yeah.
You also took a stab at directing as well. You've got a short movie out.
Yes, The Wife.
The Wife.
The Wife, yeah.
Which you directed it.
I wrote it, I produced it, I co-directed with someone called Cleroy Dabos. It was just, I mean, I wanted to talk about domestic violence, and I wanted to stab at it from a completely different angle. I didn't want the wife who was a victim to play the victim. So when I spoke to Cleroy about it, he was like, okay, I think it's you that will act this thing, no? And I'm like, I just want to, you know, write and just co-direct it. I'm like, no, I think you should. And it was an amazing experience. I had to go to a really dark place to bring out that person.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think acting is so easy, you read lines. You don't.
No.
You don't. There's a lot of emotional, psychological, physical stress you're putting on yourself.
Let's talk about Nigeria and the Nigerian movies and how they are becoming, they're evolving into something that is, you can catalog it as, what you call a chronicle of the different emotions, the different instances that we go through. Unlike before when it was all about rituals and this and that, you have a whole lot more to choose from. And I can see that it's becoming very, very exportable. Especially with streaming services and all of that. Our movies are becoming exportable. Now, how would you say you've played in that field?
I mean, the good thing, or I like the fact that the new generation, they're open to critique. You know, so the new directors and the new producers, you know, they've kind of looked at their predecessors and they're like, you know, we can do better. You know, we can do better than all this, you know, stereotypical way of writing and directing and producing. And then actors who are also coming up are also getting more exposed to a different way of doing things. Because even in, not just even Nollywood, Hollywood, they're also evolving. You know, and so we're now watching and we're like, I think it's time for us to break into the international market. And I really would like to give credit to where credit is due. The music industry is also helping push because thank God for the likes of the Wizkids and the Burna Boys who have now gotten Grammys, and then we're like, but we can also get Oscars now. What exactly is this formula?
So let's bridge the two. Let's bridge the two. Now you talked about movies, you've talked about music and all, and you've also actually even starred in one musical where you wrote the score and everything. However, is there a Nigerian musical that you would say is the archetype for what it should be in Nigeria? Or do you think that you're going to write one? Would you write one? What would it be about? How would you put it? Because, you know, musicals, if you get it wrong, they become cheesy.
Oh, yeah.
So you really have to get it right.
I mean, there has been a couple of good...
Okay, I won't put you on the spot again. But if you were to make a new one, say, act, produce, direct, co-direct, what would it be about? How would you go about it? Who would you have in that movie? It would
definitely be a biopic. I just don't know about who yet. It would probably be a Moremi or an Amina.
Nice.
You know, it would definitely be a biopic. Because I think we've not really told all the stories of Africa.
Nice.
I just think they don't really know us. I mean, I get so frustrated when I watch like CNN and all the other, you know, international news outlets, and we are just being portrayed as it's really hungry and desperate and starving, like we're just this one lane country of starvation and suffering. And they don't know how rich our culture, they don't know how rich our story, how rich our history is. So it would definitely be a biopic that kind of speaks to the foundation of who we are, you know.
There's so many foundations in Nigeria with all the different cultures and all. Which one do you think is most exotic?
Oh, come on, Mazina, you really want to put me on this spot?
Yeah, please do tell, because I'm wondering.
No, I'm going to go with my daddy's side. You know, I'm going to go.
Where is that from?
I'm going to go with the South Side. I'm sorry, y'all.
There we are. There we are. Now we're getting out the stuff.
I love the whole of Nigeria. I mean, everyone, I mean, come on, everywhere, every place is beautiful. But, of course, I have a
Plus, if you don't do it, then Daddy won't be very happy.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. So, yeah, the South. We're funny. We're so talented. Our music, our sense of music. Even the way we talk, our pidgin is very
Let's
very
talk about
musical.
music. Give me one Isoko musician you remember from growing up. Evaesi Oguro.
Oh, of course.
Do you want to do one of her songs? Tell you what, while you get ready for one of her songs, let's do a video of one of Evaesi's video, and when we get back, we are going to be doing a duet of Evaesi Oguro. We'll be back. See this.
All right, welcome to the kitchen, guys. You know, and Eva have been catching up and doing a lot of bonding here, family bonding going on here. But babe, before you break into a song, hold that thought. Yeah, welcome to the kitchen, Eva.
Thank you.
This is Chef Nsi Splash, and she's made for you unripe plantain porridge.
Okodo.
Well, Okodo is the pepper soup one. Yeah, but this is plantain porridge.
Oh.
You're showing yourself.
I have to represent now, like
I know, right? Okay, so I'm just going to move this over, and I would like for you to enjoy. But you also have to let us know what you think about it. So dig in.
Okay, she's giving me that look like if you talk anyhow.
No, don't worry, you're not going to see anyhow, but have a taste.
Let me start with the
So it's all unripe plantains in there.
Ooh, I love the sauce.
Ooh, right.
Oh
Well done,
goodness.
Nsi. Well done, Nsi.
Oh my
Well
goodness, I
done.
love the sauce.
Okay. We have periwinkles in there. I hope you like periwinkles.
Oh, I do. Oh, I just tasted it.
Ah,
I
great.
just tasted it right
Great, great. So, loving it?
I'm loving it.
Like it's going to finish it? Just kidding. Take your time. Take your time.
That's nice.
Wonderful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
nice. Well done, Nancy. Well done.
Thank you.
So you guys can go ahead.
I don't know. What
continue the
one do you
bonding
want to do?
experience.
Evaesi Oguro.
The popular one should be Obaru.
Okay, do it. I'll join you.
Okay, so while they're getting ready to serenade us this morning,
Yeah, we're gonna sing you guys
Winfrey
out.
is on the couch.
Word of wisdom. Word of wisdom.
Lord. Hey, God.
On the spot? Uh-huh.
Killing-
Great, that was fantastic. Thank you.
What happened there? What just happened?
I wasn't there
All right,
yet.
guys.
Yo.
1, 2, 3, go.
Ajo kanya kabaru.
Wajo manya kabaru.
Kanya kabaru.
Hey, focus. Hey.
What does that mean, actually?
It says, let's get together and let's move forward.
Yes.
Let's come together.
Nice.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes, we're peace-loving.
All right, Winfrey, say your goodbyes.
Bye, Winfrey. Bye, everybody.
All right, guys, we got to go. Thank you all for being here, and have a beautiful
Thank you.
day.